Greetings, adventurers, and welcome back to Abnormal Voyages. My name is David, and today we find ourselves in the lovely city of San Francisco, California. Behind me, we have Musée Mécanique, an amazing place filled with coin-operated goodies that has been operating for almost 90 years. Let's check it out.
We're going to a place that you've never heard of before. It's Abnormal Voyages. You're gonna learn something new. We're gonna open new doors. It's Abnormal Voyages.
Alright, we got a fistful of quarters here, plenty of coins for the machines. We're going to start out with this one here, which is the unbelievable mechanical farm. As we watch the farm spring to life, I'll tell you a little bit more about Musée Mécanique. Now, Musée Mécanique itself translates in English to Mechanical Museum. The collection was started by Ed Zielinski, who was fascinated by coin-operated machines. As a matter of fact, he got his very first one at the young age of 11. Throughout the 1920s, Ed's collection was part of Playland, an amusement park that was on the outer edges of San Francisco. However, Playland closed in 1972. The Musée Mécanique stuck around there for a little while, but in 2002 was relocated here to Fisherman's Wharf. The museum now receives over 100,000 visitors a year and manages to make countless people happy. Let's look at some more machines. This one here is the Santa Claus Workshop, where you can see all of the North Pole trying their best to get things ready for Christmas. Something you may notice is instead of the typical Christmas elves that we see in a lot of today's modern media, they've chosen to go with all the elves are kind of creepy looking old men. They almost look like Santa Claus rejects. Maybe that's what happens if you don't get to be Santa. You just kind of look like him, you become an elf. So here they are all together, creating all the toys and clothes and preparing the route for Santa's big day. Next to that, we had a high-stakes soccer game going on. As you can see, the Big Puffy Red team was going up against their rivals, the Big Puffy Blue team. Who knows where this is going to go, but definitely the game of the century right here. I greatly enjoyed the Monkey Band that was hanging out, getting ready to launch into their gig. Uncle Sam was nearby, just to remind you about the greatness of America. And then you could stop by and take a peek inside an opium den. Lots of characters at this museum. This is Dan, and apparently Dan is very thirsty, so we're going to use this coin to buy Dan a drink. When machines like Dan first debuted, this was a really big deal. It may seem like simple things that he's doing, just taking a drink, but to the crowds back then, that was super impressive. Dan's gotta be careful though. If he drinks too much, he's gonna end up like this hobo here, who started drinking and passed out in a cemetery, and then was woken up by all the ghosts and monsters coming out. I think the moral of the story is that spirits attract spirits. Dancing was a very popular subject for these coin-operated machines. You just pop your quarter in, and these guys were ready to do a little jig for you, or this one even danced around the light pole. Very impressive. But for the best dancing, you had to go over to the Cantina de Rosa, where there was a full-blown party going on. These guys all have some killer moves, but the true lord of the dance actually lives at the circus. So this one here combines two things. We have the old coin-operated goodness with some marionette skills. This is Peppy the musical clown, and you actually get to control him with these buttons. Let's try it out. Hi, Peppy. So we got his hands here, and then his feet. Oh, there's the music.
Just push all my buttons now, don't ever stop. Now jiggly, jiggly, now hit the feet up. The farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell. I hold the dairy, oh, the farmer in the dell. The farmer takes a wife.
There we go, Peppy's really breaking it down.
I hold the dairy, oh, the farmer takes a wife.
This song has always slapped.
The wife takes a child. I hold the dairy, oh, the wife takes a child. The child takes a nurse. The child takes a nurse. I hold the dairy, oh, the child takes a nurse.
So they've got these viewers all over the place. This one is Don't Fail to See the Unknown for adults only. So I don't know what it is, but I am a sucker for a good mystery. So we're going to see what this is right now. Let's see. Oh! Okay. Alright. I hate to ruin the surprise, but it's just naked people. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't want to make too many generalizations here, but I'm starting to believe that all of these viewfinders were just an excuse to see people naked. Like this one that has artist models, well, the models are naked. This is a belly dancer on her day off, and yep, she spends her day off naked. But there was one that didn't have anybody naked. So this one touts at the top, see horrible monster, terrifying, shocking, only 25 cents. I know with everything in me that I'm going to put this quarter in, I'm going to look, and it's just going to be a mirror of myself. But I'm a sucker for mystery, so let's see. Here we go. Alright, we're looking at, yep, it's just me distorted. Apparently I am the terrifying monster. Here was a movie that was a little more wholesome. It also happened to be the oldest machine in the entire museum. When you operate it, it spun in a circle, and all the pictures came together to look like a moving picture. Very neat. And speaking of older ones, this is Ed Zielinski's very first machine, the one he collected as a child. It was a little game where a marble would fall at the bottom, you would spring it up and try to hit that 50 mark, but if you went too far, it would go out. So, nice little game of skill there. They actually had a couple of those, very similar to this basketball game, where you were controlling the guy in the red, and you were trying to get it into the hoop away from the defender. Every time you hit the ball, the marbles would roll down and reload back into your player. It took a little bit to get the timing, but ultimately was a whole lot of fun. This is Laughing Sal, and she is a San Francisco icon. She was over at Playland. She's been around for over 50 years, equally delighting and terrifying children of all ages. For only 50 cents, we're going to see what she's all about. Alright, there are so many of these fortune teller machines here. We're just going to knock out a bunch of them, and then I'm going to have no questions about my future. Get it all done at once, alright? So we're going to start off with this one, kind of a mystic old lady. She should know what she's talking about, right? Alright, her eyes are glowing. She's waving her hands over the crystal ball. I think she's thinking really hard about this. Let's see. Maybe not. Apparently I don't have a future. Oh, there we go. Alright, my first fortune says, don't be so irritable. Be more optimistic. Forget your feelings. You will find life holds most things you desire. You have powers of attraction. I don't think this machine likes me very much. All right, my old friend the sorting hat is here. I'm sure he's going to give me a great fortune. So let's throw these in. And as I press my house button, so I'm personally a Ravenclaw. I don't know why I said that. Let's hit the Ravenclaw.
It looks like you are having a vacation. Lots of fun things to do, I bet. I have an idea. You and your friends come along with me. I'm going fishing.
Oh, sorting hat's going fishing. Well, let's see. He did give us a fortune here. Let's see. Huff and puff, dance and shout. Let all your pent-up energies out. Your life enters a highly social phase, and you will find yourself choosing from many invitations. A music-loving Taurus offers just the fun you need. Wear blue on Wednesdays to increase your luck. All right, have to remember that for Wednesday. Okay, so this one is actually going to read my palm. Much more scientific than those other ones, I'm sure. So let's throw these in, and we have to choose English, and then place the hand in. It's reading it. Takes a little bit. It's a whole process. Well, it's calculating. This is the Boca della Verita. I think verita means truth. I'm not sure what the other ones mean. Oh, it's reading my lines there. Okay, let's see. My reading came out. Wow. Oh, it's the mouth of truth. That's what it stands for. It tells me, you often show artistic or cultural interest. You have an excellent capacity for recovery. You don't have much faith in human nature. You tend to put the people you love on a pedestal, and naturally, you don't expect them ever to step down. You might have an accident, but there should be no serious consequences. You tend to dissipate your energy and lose the concentration you need to think effectively. Well, I'm not sure if those are good or bad things, but I also got a chart here, and it looks like my highest ones are love and luck. And you know what? You can't do any better than that. So as you can see, adventurers, just because something is old doesn't mean it's not still a ton of fun. Well, that's all the time we have for today. My name is David, and this has been Abnormal Voyages. Thanks for tagging along. We'll see you in the next one.